Hey guys, Dave here with Transfer Express. With summer event season ramping up, now is the perfect time to get ready for live, on-site printing. The printing on-site at festivals, fairs, farmers markets, car shows, carnivals, charity events, runs, and even sporting tournaments are a great way to promote your apparel business, gain some new business opportunities, and maximize your profit. Today we're going to be covering some basic setup, planning, and prep tips to make your events run smoothly. And we'll even cover some helpful tips and tricks to help drive traffic to your booth so you could sell more t-shirts. Are you ready? Let's get going. Now, if you're new to the channel, Transfer Express is the leading supplier of digital and screen printed heat transfers for apparel printing. With 2 production facilities in Ohio and Arizona, we're able to meet demand for our customers nationwide. Now, we are dedicated to customer service, and helping grow custom apparel businesses is our #1 priority. Everything we do is focused on making sure we send high quality, fashionable, custom transfers on time and on a budget. Now, if you've ever gone to an event like an art festival, youth sports tournament, farmers market, or local fair, you know it's a perfect place to get in front of a lot of people in your community or niche. People are always looking for a souvenir to remember an experience, event, or show their support for the community. So custom apparel fits in perfectly here. Now, events like this are awesome for apparel decorators because your upfront cost is low and you're printing on demand, so any unused blanks could be put right back into your inventory back home and used later. Now, setup and prep of your space are super important to ensure your event experience is a success. It's best to start planning early to ensure you cover the essentials first. Do you have power available, or will you need to bring a generator for your heat press? You won't be doing any printing on site without that power. And with most heat presses, you'll need a dedicated 20 amp circuit to ensure your press is going to run like it should. Is the event outside? Because an event tent is a must. It's going to keep you out of the sun or rain. Inside, are there any special height limitations from the fire department or fire marshal? Flooring or display requirements? Are your tax forms filled out, if they're required? Do you need insurance if it's required? Do you have your payment processing set up and tested? Now, being able to accept card and cash is going to help drive sales to you, as people tend to carry less cash now than they used to. There's a ton of low-cost services out there like Square, Clover, even PayPal that you could use. Of course, some requirements vary on the event you're attending, but it's good to keep in mind. Now, always make sure you're checking your inventory before going. You want everything accounted for. We recommend keeping shirts and transfers in labeled boxes so you could access them on the fly. Using Ziploc bags or plastic bins stored under your table can help keep your transfers safe and out of the humidity common in the summertime here. Now, always ensure you've packed extra gear like hangers, display racks, tables, and chairs. Having all this organized is going to make setup and teardown a breeze and lower any anxiety if this is going to be your first show. Now, always bring more than enough transfers than what you think you're going to need. It's easier to have extra than run out and lose out on sales. Now, if anything, you could use those extra transfers for next year or back home. Now, besides your featured graphic, bring some simpler, more generic prints to sell as well. This allows you to maximize sales opportunities without investing in inventory that you'll have to store after the event. If it's a basketball tournament, bring basketball-related prints not related to the tournament. It's possible your customer didn't do well in the tournament and wants a print just related to the sport. By keeping these prints more generic, you could bring them to your other events too. What doesn't sell at one basketball or soccer tournament can be sold at another one. Now, bringing the right apparel is key too. T-shirts are usually king, but think of the audience and the event itself. Chilly autumn day, be sure you've got some cozy sweatshirts or hoodies too. Hot pool or beachside event, tank tops might be smart to bring along there. Now, if you can, it's a great branding opportunity for your business to include your logo on the inside tag print or upper back or even sleeve print on your apparel. You could print these in advance and you'll be surprised how much business these placements can drum up for you down the road. Now, we always suggest to test your designs and apparel before you arrive on site. This gives you a great idea of how everything's going to run at the event and allow you to have some pre-printed samples to display or sell in the most popular sizes during peak traffic times, so you're not scrambling to print shirts. Another important factor is your pricing. Putting price tags up on all of your apparel plus any discounts you want to have, if it's a buy one get one free or anything, are really important. Now, people are more likely to buy something if they know what it costs, and especially if they're getting a good deal on it. Now, we like to place any pricing on the table or the apparel itself. Now, that's going to bring traffic to the booth, giving you a chance to engage with your customers and sell the shirt before your customer even sees the price. Now, if you're limited to room and you're worried about your apparel blowing over, you could always just mount them onto foam board panels. Add some Velcro and it attaches nice and easy. Now, most businesses pay between 10 to 20% of their retail price to the event host as a commission. So be sure you're charging the typical retail price plus the cost of your time to ensure that you're making a healthy cut too. Now, people need to see what you're going to offer. You want to make your business look appealing and draw more customers in. Setting up for a small booth versus a large one is very different. Now, make sure there's enough room to display your desired apparel and enough space for chairs, tables, or heat presses, or your extra boxes of apparel, or any customers coming in or around your booth. Now, crowds are a great thing for you, but it can discourage from other people stopping if they're too big or if there's no set flow to your workspace. Some people will put up signs that say pick your graphic, pick your shirt, place your order, and pick up here. Now, it's essential to have signage to get your customers into the booth. We just have our beautiful backdrop banner behind us and some signage up here, but you could have whatever you want. Having a banner is very, very smart and very visible to see at any event. Now, even while you're out shopping, take note of what catches your eye. So when the customer's farther away, they need something at that eye level or higher up that's simple and eye-catching. So try to eliminate anything below waist level, as this most of the time is not seen. So bringing a display rack or table for your t-shirts, hats, and apparel can help with organizing space within your booth. Make sure you show off your designs and also bring sizes for everyone involved. The general rule of thumb is for adult sizes a 1, 2, 2, 1, meaning that for every small and extra large, you're bringing 2 mediums and larges. Start with this rule of thumb and adjust as necessary. So we suggest displaying the pre-printed shirts in your booth and having blank apparel to print on site as well. We find it best to keep those extra shirts in a bin under the table for even more space-saving ideas. Now, the next question is what heat press is best to use. We always recommend a smaller heat press like a to Z or even the Hotronix Auto Clamp. What makes these presses easier to take to events are their portability, their lightweight, and their ability to just run shirts non-stop. The Auto Clamp is great for its easy auto opening feature, and having the counter caddy makes it easy to thread on. With something like the A to Z, you already have that semi-threadability built in, and it's super affordable. Now, customers love personalization. Allow custom add-ons at these events for an upcharge. And popular options at sporting events include team names, cities, mom, dad, grandpa, or grandma. Now, you could have a gang sheet of all of these printed out and cut, ready to apply for any apparel style. And for further customization, you could bring your vinyl cutter and customize personalized names on site too. But there are many ways to promote your business at the event itself. You could give or trade your t-shirts to other vendors so they're wearing them, and this gets your name out there and offers walking advertising around the event. You could purchase an ad in the event brochure, use an A-frame sidewalk, or even have a member of your team out handing out flyers, or get signs to attract attention and drive traffic to the booth. But doing all these things are going to ensure a positive experience for you and your customers and are going to help your business grow. Your work into preparation is key. The resources you have, what you need to bring, and who the audience is what you should be paying attention to. With this information, creative designs, and solid printing expertise, you will profit. So like this video if you learned something today, and please add any tips or tricks that you have down below in the comment section. Make sure to subscribe to our channel because we're putting out videos like this every single week. Not only event tips, but education and product inspiration, or just tips to help your t-shirt business. But until next time, I'm Dave. Happy pressing.